efforts of their players in the second half. Half-time here at the Cardiff City Stadium is Middlesbrough 0, City 0. But there were positives that they could take from it. There were some youngsters playing as well. Change team here today, as it is for Cardiff as well after their exploits in the Carabao Cup in midweek. A lot of time to game plan, really, of course, going from Wednesday night into a Saturday lunchtime game. Sets of players out here now ready to get this second half underway. And there is going to be a change for Cardiff, and Tanner is going to come on. He's going to take the place of Yaku Mate. Now, Ollie Tanner, a player that's got plenty of ability, but a player that has had some words for this week, just trying to help him, he says, to become a better player and to be able to have more influence starting games. But Cardiff know that he most certainly does influence games coming off the bench. And positive change perhaps with Mate struggling to be involved? Yes,
I do feel so. As you said, he's got stacks of ability. I think the same conversation has certainly been had with Ruben Colwell as well, because again, very similar. You know, they have to, when starting games, make that impact. It can't be just coming off the bench and doing it at times. They need to start fulfilling 90+ minutes. That's where people start to realise the quality.
Tanner did start on the opening day for Cardiff, but he's been on the bench since then. But he made an impact off it, certainly, against Swansea last week. Played the ball to the club for just £40,000 from non-league Lewis. Here's Callum O'Dowda. Can Cardiff get him a bit higher in this second period? Gutas, who had to come on in the first half with Darland injured. Chambers, former Middlesbrough player, having had a loan spell at the club early in his career. Swept out to the far side. And Ramsey just occupied Borges for a moment, and now Tanner with the chance to make something happen, helped on by Ramsey. He might get a second go here, off the post and cleared away by Ayling. Well, that could have gone anywhere, and Middlesbrough somehow survive. Cardiff so close to taking the lead, and they're coming forwards again here. Willock's going to have a go, beaten away by Seni Dieng, much more like it from Errol Bullett's side. Dowda's cross comes in. He'll be disappointed with that, but Cardiff will be happy with this start to the second half.
Well, where was that in the first half? Absolutely brilliant. And it's all down to the introduction of Tanner, really direct and positive, clever cut back from Ramsey. They do get fortunate. Just look at the composure here from Luke Ayling. I mean, most defenders would have slashed and maybe just tried to clear that really nervously, but he's the one who has the final touch off the inside of the post. And talk about composure, just brings it down and clears his lines, but so much better. Even the shot from Willock moments after that.
Pick up the 1-2 off the post there by Ayling, and Cardiff looking to pose problems again here. The effort, though, is going to run right across goal from Wilfried Kanga. All of a sudden, Cardiff looking to impose themselves on this contest.
It needed that injection, it needed that spark. The home side, they were anywhere near good enough, and that was like midweek again. I knew that there was the changes, but the introduction of Robinson, he really did make them tick in that second half, and I think it was similar at Swansea, where the changes and then seeing more positive in the second half. Cardiff City.
It's got the crowd in. Better voice here as plenty back in their box. And Ramsey looking to shoot, and Dieng has to push it away. Smart stop from the keeper.
It's a really good save from Seni Dieng. It's well worked. It's really good from Ramsey. Willock here. Taking that up. Just a clever little pass from Johnson, and then a strike. Ramsey absolutely brilliant. Just swivels, and it's a big save there from Seni Dieng at the near post.
Good start to the second half for Cardiff, but will it lead to a goal? Mightily close already. It's a shot off Luke Ayling and onto the post. Can they keep the pressure on here? corner which is worked short to Willock. Work by Hackney. Doesn't have a great deal ahead of him right now, so just pushes one down the line, but he does it cleverly. And now a chance for Isaiah Jones to fly forward. He's got 3 players making their move towards the Cardiff City penalty area. Jones looks to go round the outside, and he's brought down quite obviously there by Ollie Tanner.
I'll tell you what, credit to Ollie Tanner. I'm sure that will certainly light up Bullett's eyes, because the attacking player there knows that there's a danger down this right-hand side with the pace, and Isaiah Jones gets back and helps his defence out. It's a foul that's given away, but it just helps him just to calm and restructure again.
Cardiff have been asking the question since the restart, but now a chance for Middlesbrough to ask a couple of their own. Pacing around the technical area. Finn Azaz standing over this dead ball. G and Luke Ayling just feel for each other there inside the penalty area. Ayling's quite often involved in situations. We saw the referee having a word with him in the first half. As his ball in, it's just clipped up towards the back post. I feel that it went out of play, but it's retrieved by Conway. Now Hackney. It's it back from Morris. Shifting inside from Conway to find Clark. Sees the pass out to the far side to Borges. Plays the ball in. Isaiah Jones just couldn't quite get there quickly enough. Cleared half away by O'Dowda. With a bit more tempo since half-time. It's a game that needed it as well.
So much better, isn't it, second half? Both sides actually trying to play through the lines and being better in possession of the ball. 6 minutes into the second half, and we've seen a hell of a lot more.
Ayling had seen what he wanted to do there, just couldn't link up with Finn Azaz. Robertson. G into Ramsey. Offside flag goes up. Frustrating one for Cardiff there. Came so close, didn't they, to getting an opening goal a few moments ago.
Oh, Tanner, he instigates this, doesn't he? It's brilliant from Luke Ayling. He stops at source, gets very fortunate, doesn't he? And then just has to recompose himself to bring that ball away. Such a good start in the second half for Cardiff.
Took the time to bring it down off his thigh as well. Composed defending from Luke Ayling. Middlesbrough make something of this. Conway looking to turn. O'Dowda does well. Uses his body really well and emerges with the ball, but then his use of it not quite up to scratch. He's left a gap now which can be exploited perhaps by Isaiah Jones. Willock has to work back. Now Ayling, position that he's familiar in. Now can he pick someone out? He just couldn't quite force that ball through. Morris though to Finn Azaz, back onto his right foot, looking for the corner. Fantastic save from Ethan Horvath, who somehow managed to claw that one out.
It's brilliant from Borough as well, because Isaiah Jones there just teeing up Luke Ayling. He gets a little bit fortunate with the ball, and then it's refilled, it's reignited. Benazaz, look at that, it just takes 3 players out of the equation, goes for that bottom and left-right corner. And I tell you what, a great save from Horvath in goal, forcing Borough to get a corner.
Zaz's corner comes in, Clark with the header! Well, he's so difficult to deal with in the penalty area, Matt Clark. A thumping header to put Middlesbrough into the lead. Cardiff may question, where was the marking?
That is the big question, is it? And let's take nothing away from Matt Clark's header. Great delivery, just might see a little bit better, but you cannot have and allow one of the most physical presence of Borough's attacking formula from the corner to have that much time and space. It's really, really poor. It might be Chambers that just lets Matt Clark get away, but he still has to stick it in the back of the net. It's down to the delivery from Benazaz that allows him just to go and greet that nicely in a goal well worked. Obviously big question marks defensively for Cardiff.
What a fabulous save, Ethan Horvath, which led to the corner, but there was nothing he could do to keep that out. Goals in successive weeks for Clark, having scored against Portsmouth at the Riverside last weekend, and this game has truly woken up after half-time. Completely different to what we saw in the first 45, but it will leave Cardiff frustrated, having had a good first 5 minutes. After half-time, they now find themselves behind. Plenty to do here in a season in which they're still searching for their first league win. Through to find Zaz again, and it was Josiah Jones couldn't quite control.
No surprise that Zaz had the assist from the corner. He has been the bright spark for Middlesbrough.
Something that Michael Carrick perhaps doesn't have here this afternoon is experienced players to bring on to help shore things up defensively and protect the lead because of this defensive injury crisis that he's got. The established players that he has on the bench are midfielders and forwards, really. So I just feel that going to get a second goal is the best way to make sure that Middlesbrough can see this through. There's O'Dowda. He's got a lot of help as he tries to work away past Dijkstra, but he's battling away well. Morris over there as well. O'Dowda, though, as honest a fight as he could, and his side have a throw.
He did really well there as well, because Dijkstra's really breathing down his neck. He's going to force him to make an error.
Chambers decides to knock the ball out to this near side to O'Dowda, but offside flag. We've seen this a few times in this game, haven't we? Offsides that will frustrate both managers.
Particularly when the ball's coming into wide areas, and I hate seeing offsides for wide players. You can see all along that defensive line to see on or offside. There's no need for it.
Bullock trying to work out a way. That's his assistant. As he's looking to weave his way through the challenges. Conway goes down and the free kick will be given. And Chambers not happy with that decision.
It's really clever from Tommy Conway. He knows he's not going to get full control of this ball, so he throws himself at it, and theatrically, that's why Callum Chambers is saying there wasn't the contact that he thought.
Whipped in, and it missed Luke Ayling, and it could have been left by Kanga, but he got a touch on it, and now Middlesbrough will have a corner.
Clearly, he didn't get the shout, did he? Because there's no need for him to make any contact. No one near him whatsoever. It's a deep delivery. It takes the greatest of any stretch, but it's forced the corner.
I don't know what happened from the last one as Finazad gets ready to deliver once again into a similar area. Borges. Oh, clips it in. Finazaz was arriving, but the whistle has gone. But offside. Some header from Matt Clark. Of course, coming back from a sustained period out. He had that long injury layoff, but he really is an important player for Middlesbrough.
Yeah, he is, and he's proved that, hasn't he? I think he had a golden gift to real poor defending from Cardiff City from the corner. He didn't grumble whatsoever.
Scoring at this stadium once again, as he did when the sides met back in April. Middlesbrough's 4-1 win on the penultimate weekend of last season. Now Robertson looking to push one through, and had just started to look the other way. Cardiff to make a change here. To bring on Ruben Colwell, who will take the place of Alex Robertson. Also departing, and Ghazi will come on. Changes league will affect this game for Cardiff.
I actually felt that they were coming. I really do. I think that it's not really offered enough. Robertson exactly the same. It needed a freshen up in there, and I think the two players that come on could easily do so.
This was just caught there, and he is holding the back of his head. This game to a pause.
See that the boot of just catches the back of his head.
It's 4 changes that have been made now. Errol Bullitt, Michael Carrick yet to dip down into his bench. Congo working hard to make life difficult for Horvath, who manages to clear it away. To continue. Hackney to Jones. Middlesbrough looking threatening here. Can he pick somebody out? It's disappointing from Jones. Easily cut out by Gutas.
Yeah, it's really disappointing because he can still drive into that space of grass in front of him. I don't think he had to really make that decision to play the ball across. Just having that little bit of awareness. Plenty of bodies that were certainly venturing into the box.
As once again with the Middlesbrough delivery. Away to the edge of the area, pushed back out to Finazaz. Again, we see the offside flag raised here. Players just not getting themselves back onside quickly enough here this lunchtime.
Maybe close to double figures, and then similar offsides. Just as you said, just standing static and not expecting that ball to come back out into wide areas.
started the second half well, but Middlesbrough have assumed control of the game through that Clark header. Still plenty of time to go here for Cardiff to turn this one around. They're going to have to be a bit sharper with their play going forwards. Here's Siopis into El Ghazi. He pops it off first time. Perry G is going to push it out down that right-hand touchline. And here's Ollie Tanner. He's got two options to try and pick out. Clark steps across. He's done his damage at one end, and now he's doing his defensive work at the other.
Yeah, so good from Cardiff City. Perry G, great vision, picking out Ollie Tanner, and then equally matched defensively from the goal scorer Matt Clark, coming across, covering the back line.
Comes in, O'Dowda gets his head to it. Bit of a scramble inside the penalty area. All cleared away. Now Jones, well, he knows he's got the pace if he can knock that ball behind, but Cardiff recover possession, and Tanner works it to Aaron Ramsey. He's got El Ghazi outside of him. It's Ruben Colwill. Here's Colwill again. He lined up in the penalty area, Clark. Stops his clearance, but it doesn't cause Middlesbrough any harm. And Southern Cardiff just starting to ask the odd question or two again.
The introduction of substitutes, definitely. They are the ones that could possibly make an impact and draw Cardiff back level. Showing really good signs. We've seen Ollie Tanner immediately since he's come on. A massive outlet on that right-hand side.
Siopis. Just touches it to Colwill. Himself in an advanced position here. Now Colwill, as Tanner goes down, and the assistant very close to it, and he raises his flag. And David Webb awards Cardiff a free kick here.
The danger seems to be down that right-hand side, and Borges just giving a cheap foul away. Triangle passes here. It's clear as day that Tanner's been body checked. Make something of this set piece. Good delivery, so important.
And they'll find the delivery here. They've got 6 inside the Middlesbrough penalty area. Rolled instead to Ollie Tanner. Takes a touch and fires a shot at goal. It came off Clark, and then the follow-up effort disappointing.
You could clearly see that was going to happen. I think just trying to fool Middlesbrough. They get out well to lose Ollie Tanner down. Touch just took it away from him, but struck it well, and Clark to the rescue.
Unhappy with Middlesbrough were taking there to get the ball back into play, and they're happy to work it out from the back as well. He clips it to Clark. Worked it neatly, 7, 8, 9 passes there to take them up towards halfway, but as soon as they get there, they lose possession, and that will be surely a yellow card. It will be for Aidan Morris.
How good is it when you have them little interchange, one touches, and just break the lines. Morris just trying to look where his next option is. Just gets caught in possession.
Colwill manages to trick away past Clark, but he can't work away. It's Neto Borges. Just pinning Middlesbrough in a little bit here and just starting to play a bit more of the game inside their half.
been a really good spell, hasn't it? Last 10 minutes for Cardiff. So having wide men of Ghazi want to make an impact. They need to get him on the ball. He hasn't really a lot of ball to really test the fullback. Moving down that right hand side, but it's really good from Cardiff.
Took this up to Ramsey. He has fallen foul of the offside flag. Cardiff can keep this up. I believe that they can still get something from this game.
I always say when you have good spells like this that you have to capitalise on it. You have to try and get yourself that equalising goal.
Changes are going to be made here by Michael Carrick. Sort of departing Emmanuel Lath coming on as we expected that he would do at some stage. It's lunchtime, and all of a sudden with Cardiff just starting to threaten, it gives them something to think about the other way. It does seem like a well-timed substitution by Michael Carrick, and Tommy Conway is going to depart as well. His place will be taken by Alex Gilbert. What Cardiff would have wanted to see, Lee, just starting to threaten perhaps an equalising goal, and then Middlesbrough bring on their best forward talent.
Well, as I said, you have to try and change the fortunes, and Borough just under the cosh a little bit. The energy of Lath, he will just maybe relieve that bit of pressure that Cardiff were applying in these last 15 minutes or so.
And Alex Gilbert coming on as well, who scored one senior career league goal, and it came in that victory here against Cardiff back in April. First time that he's featured in the Championship this season, and his first involvement in the game is to give away that free kick. Cole will pick someone out. It's a good ball into the box, and El Ghazi just couldn't quite get there quick enough.
What a ball that is from Colwell. El Ghazi's not just caught on his heels and really expects that ball to come in. He's got an opportunity of just making sure he gets the side volley, and there's a pretty much empty net to stick it in. He just delays, and that's right. Doesn't get the half a yard in front of Dijksteel.
Ball dropped in just the place a forward player would want it to be put, but he just couldn't arrive on the scene in time.
The key elements of playing out wide, it's not just delivering crosses in yourself, it was always making sure that you're that second body in the box. That was a real good ball from and an opportunity, I feel.
Middlesbrough get a bit more of a grip on the game, with Cardiff posing these problems to them. Here's Gilbert. Jones outside of him. There's a clever ball to find Finn Azaz.
Contact there, wasn't there, on Azaz?
Just tell from the atmosphere inside the stadium that Cardiff certainly feel the supporters that they can get something from this game. They've got still plenty of time to work with, and they're going to make a change as well. And he had to that belief with Robinson coming on to take the place of Kanga. For a goal continues, but a man here in Robinson, who hope can change the outcome of this day. Someone who rescued a point for them in the South Wales derby last weekend. Who started on the opening day, but to with roles off the bench now for 3 successive games in the Championship. Took him just 6 minutes though to make his impact against Swansea last week. Can he do something similar here this afternoon?
I do feel bringing Kanga in, you have to justify that he's coming to the football club to play football, don't you? And having the option of Callum Robinson to come on, you can sort of have that little bit of hunger in that forward line for places, can't it?
Cross is played in, but it's a really poor delivery, met with groans from the crowd.
It's such a better second half for both teams, hasn't it? I think particularly Cardiff, they didn't really offer a threat, any force, but I don't feel even the introduction of Tana Ghazi to a certain aspect, Colwell, they do look like they're more of a threat going forward now.
It's Clark who goes all the way across the front of the 6-yard box to find Luke Ayling. Middlesbrough have shown that they're confident in their ability to move the ball around inside their own penalty area. And Gilbert just checks inside and Morris can move it on, and Middlesbrough in their flow here, and Hackney able to advance. Jones looking to burst in behind. It's with Gilbert. You could see the intention there, but it's kept alive by Latte Lath. He works it back to Gilbert. Gilbert looking to find Latte Lath again. Just breaks down for Middlesbrough, but again, some real confidence in possession.
Yeah, it was almost perfect as well, the sequence of passes. Max Gilbert, brilliant. Almost picking out the 1-2 from Latte Lath here. Just can't get control of that pass.
15 minutes to play here. Cardiff 0, Middlesbrough 1. Coming from Matt Clark early in the second half. They've had plenty of attempts through the game, 4 more than Middlesbrough, 10-6 so far. Middlesbrough have hit the target with 5 of them. It's pretty efficient from Michael Carrick's team. Those offsides we've been talking about too many times as well. Cardiff caught offside 6 times so far, and 2 that Middlesbrough have had as well. So many of them seem like they could have been avoided.
Yeah, for sure. Them 6 for Cardiff City getting themselves in good areas.
Jones had just made his move inside, but then just held his run, but he has the ball now. Finn Azaz hasn't got much room, so he's trying to create it himself. Shot takes a deflection. Horvath riskily perhaps keeps it in play with Max Gilbert in the vicinity. O'Dowda just has to put it off for a throw.
So good from Azaz. He has to pull something out of a hat, and he almost does, doesn't he, with that little Cruyff turn and sitting the defender down.
He seems to fool players, doesn't he, with that movement? Just can open up the pitch and roll the ball across his body, and defenders just seem to fall for it time and time again.
I think that's because he has that sort of attacking mentality where defenders don't actually know what he's going to do, whether he's going to take a shot on. He has got the ability to chop on either foot and take strikes on. It's a great trait to have as an attacking midfielder.
Just £2 million paid to sign him from Aston Villa. It's a really, really sharp piece of business. Going to be a pivotal player for Michael Carrick's team in a season in which they hope they will be able to push up towards the top end of the Championship. If they can see this through, they'll be well positioned after 4 games. Going into the first international break, Gilbert goes down. That's the question of David Webb as well, but they're allowed to continue. Gutas. Dowda just caught there by Jones, just having a little cooling card on him. Heavy first touch. Switch of play which doesn't quite reach its destination, but it does lead to a Cardiff throw. As with the trickery once again. He's got the ball back. He's got Gilbert in front of him, who can't quite bring it under control.
He's been excellent, hasn't he, Finn Azaz?
Morris. He's on the ball again now. Hackney. To Morris, who's able to turn.
Spell that Cardiff City had and really take advantage of it. I feel that Borough just coming back into this game. A bit more possession. Just weathered that storm.
Middlesbrough getting their goal off the back of Cardiff's best spell of the game. Dowder has made the challenge there on Dyke still. Middlesbrough have a free kick in these kind of situations. Michael Carrick's team won't be in any real rush to get the game back underway.
No need to rush here. Challenge from I think they both actually come together. It's just because Dyke still has the first touch.
Second goal for Middlesbrough would likely wrap up the 3 points for them here. What we've seen in this game so far. As with the delivery into the front post, Ayling was trying to get something on it. Is that header from Matt Clark going to be the decisive moment in this game, or will Cardiff stage a comeback here in the time that remains? Less than 10 minutes of the 90 now to play.
They need a real push in these stages of the game.
That he can. Errol Bullock as Michael Carrick watches on. Cardiff boss making all 5 of his changes now. Of course, one of them was enforced just before half-time when he lost Jesper Darland. Gutas came on. A big couple of weeks for Errol Bullock, because he's going to have to try and find the answers on the training ground during the international break to turn things around for Cardiff. Here's Latte Lath. Into Gilbert. Latte Lath again. He's got 4 Cardiff players all around him, but the ball squirms to Gilbert. The play goes on. He rolls it back, and Morris now with the strike. Middlesbrough make it 2. And that will surely be enough, or do they? Well, Cardiff were asking about an initial offside in the build-up, but it looks now as if it has been given. Morris wasn't sure to start with, but he's smiling now, and he's running away to the Middlesbrough supporters. Cardiff aren't happy. Middlesbrough, well, they won't care. They feel like they've got a job done here today. Second goal of the second half for them, and it gives them now an iron grip on this game.
Yeah, it does, and obviously the big question mark was that they're an offside in this initial build-up. It's the clearance there where it deflects off. It goes out to Alex Gilbert. They just switch off. That's the problem. There's a big ricochet. I don't even know if it's actually going to go in the goal from Adam Marcy's strike, but it won't matter. It struck hard, and you can clearly see it comes off Ramsey. Goalkeeper's got absolutely no chance because of the pace of the ball. Whether that goes in the bottom corner, I'm not so sure, but Middlesbrough will not be complaining. This could be a brilliant result for them, and really damaging for Cardiff City.
Cardiff looks set to come into the international break with just 1 point from their first 4 games. It has gone down as a Ramsey own goal for now. Well, he's had some harsh luck, hasn't he, in this second half? He had his effort deflected onto a post by Luke Ayling, and now that one is deflected off him. The Cardiff captain beyond Ethan Horvath to make it 2-0. To salvage something here, Cardiff, then they really do have to act quickly. Here's El Ghazi. He still gets a touch. Still believes that should have been a Middlesbrough throw. Here comes O'Dowda to take it for Cardiff.
What a big response now. I mean, obviously chasing that 1 goal, but now it's the 2, isn't it, where he pulls something out the bag. I So far this season, obviously just having that one goal in the league, you know, you just wonder, is that going to be a big problem this season?
Here's Robinson. There's ball across goal, and Robinson will look to get on to it here on the edge of the area. Bouncing around, it's with Robinson again, who's just trying to engineer half a yard of space.
Defending from Middlesbrough.
Goal scorer is a problem, isn't it? As we've mentioned for Cardiff, Perry Young-Ji, as we said earlier in the commentary, the joint top scorer last season, the right back, a player not known for his goal scoring. Wilfred Kanga. Oh, Ramsey really not having luck go his way, is he, this afternoon? That own goal that he scored just a few moments ago, it has been credited as that. As you said, there's so much pace on the ball. Once it took that deflection, there was nothing really that Horvath could do. Rooted to the spot.
Absolutely no chance. Deflection off Ramsey.
Standing over this free kick. It is flicked on by Colwell, but to just go back onto that point, Lee, about the lack of goal scorers. They brought Wilfred Kanga to the club. He's still waiting for a goal. Yaku Mate not in good goal scoring form either. It's a problem that needs to be addressed, but now the transfer window's closed.
Yeah, it is. I mean, they have got plenty of attacking threat in the squad, haven't they? Since making the introductions of Colwell, he's capable of scoring goals. Ollie Tanner as well, you add to that. And Robinson. But if they're not getting service, and that did seem to be the case in the first half, that they just weren't creating enough to give them chances of scoring goals. But the more this goes on, the more you start to wonder whether it's going to be a tough season for Cardiff City again.
Middlesbrough looking to try and add a third here, perhaps. As Borges. Some good moments from him on his Middlesbrough debut, and he wins his side a corner.
He's been impressive, hasn't he? I think coming into a new foundation and finding your feet as quickly as he has done. Michael Carrick could be over the moon, sticking in that left-back role.
The distance from Cardiff to Middlesbrough, but that journey will feel a little shorter for these Middlesbrough fans if they see this one through. Comes in, it's flicked away before Dijksteel could get on the end of it. Now it's just about seeing this out, isn't it, Lee? Just game management. Don't do anything silly. Don't do anything to give Cardiff any confidence that they can still get something.
Yeah, exactly right. That second goal, and then you have to make sure that you're compact, make sure that you're dictating the ball. That's what they are doing here now. You just feel that Cardiff are deflated, aren't they?
So makes the challenge on Finn Azaz. Now Isaiah Jones. Gilbert. Now Morris fires it across goal, and Latte Laf just couldn't quite get there. Or was he shooting? Was it across? Either way, Middlesbrough so close to finding a third to wrap this one up.
It doesn't matter, does it? It's one of them shot cross, whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter. It's going into a real dangerous area, and you can see inches. Latte Laf getting his studs on the end of a. It been just a touch that would have made it 3-0 for Middlesbrough. Excellent play. I've been really impressed with Aidan Morris as well in that midfield area, and Alex Gilbert that's come on and really been influential.
Joined in June, Aidan Morris, and he's featured in every game in all competitions, and he started all 4 in the Championship. Like being 2 wins, a draw, and then a narrow defeat at Derby for Middlesbrough to start the season, Lee, and you would feel perhaps confidence will be building, and then we look towards as well. They've kept Latte Laf, Ben Doka's come to the club. We're very optimistic that they can get a tune out of him. looking good early in the season for Middlesbrough.
It's exciting, it really is. I think the squad of players and having Michael Carrick at the heart of that, I do feel this could be a Borough side that could go that extra yard this season. Obviously keeping players fit, but it is very, very exciting for the fans.
Just missed out on the playoffs last season. They had a late run after a poor start to the campaign. Just one defeat in their final 12 games, but just couldn't quite sneak into the top 6. And here will be a change. Finn Azaz has had some really good moments here today, hasn't he, Lee? Been an impressive performer, a key performer for Middlesbrough.
Yeah, he's been my standout, if I'm being quite honest. Even Morris have been excellent, but I think just the fact that there wasn't an awful lot going on, but anything that did happen, it came through Finn Azaz. He was the one that had that X factor.
Pop a bottle of champagne in the post to him, Lee. He's your player of the match. Mika Hamilton comes on for the final few moments. A youngster that has joined Middlesbrough from Manchester City this summer as we tick beyond 90 minutes. Just 3 minutes to be played. Not really time for Cardiff, and the offside flag is up once more. So just to take another look at the goal which has wrapped this one up for Middlesbrough, and that touch that it took on Aaron Ramsey. Nothing really he could do about this.
There was a big deflection there where you just look at the Cardiff City players, they're just looking for a flag, but I'm not sure that that's ever going to go in the goal either from the strike. It's a real nasty deflection. There's no way that Ramsey can get out the way of that strike, but as I said, Borough won't complain at all, and I might feel they were just fortunate, and that's why it went down as an own goal. I don't think it was actually going in.
Morris isn't going to get his first goal, unfortunately for him. Ramsey, what a different second half it could have been had his effort deflected really off Luke Ayling onto a post before he was then able to clear it away. Vital moment in the game, and not long after, Middlesbrough found themselves in the lead through Matt Clark's header. Might be a much needed 2 weeks for Cardiff to put things right on the training ground, but it's going to feel like a long 2 weeks for them as well, isn't it, for the next game to come around?
Yeah, it is. The hefty defeats that they've had as well, you know, even the cup one, you conceding a lot of goals. I know the changes were made, but as you said, when you're not getting results, you're not scoring goals, you might just need that time to reflect on where they can actually be better in the forward areas. Maybe just a tweak and a change in the identity of the way they're setting up.
Derby County and a trip to Pride Park next up for Cardiff in a couple of Saturdays' time. Colwell's ball in, disappointing. Gets the ball back at his feet and he rolls it across to O'Dowda, who could hit it from here. And the moment summed up a game for Cardiff, it probably is that.
The story of the afternoon for Cardiff City. Right, that's nowhere near the goal. We'll feel that he hasn't had his gloves really tested.
Someone's on for a late appearance bonus here as we tick beyond the 3 minutes added on. Nathan Simpson is going to come on here for Middlesbrough for the very final seconds of this game. Feeling the ball perhaps might not touch the grass again after Seny Dieng takes this before the whistle blows. Nope, we play on. Of course, we have to add on time for the substitution, of course. Starting with his back to goal, and he does well, uses his strength well, and he's still going here, twisting and turning. Now it's with Morris. Gilbert, neatly worked by Middlesbrough. Another corner as well, but there won't be time to take it Victory on the road for Middlesbrough here. 2 second-half goals for them, as Michael Carrick's side in the end overpowered Errol Bullett's Cardiff, who are still to win in the Championship this season. But there is plenty of optimism around Middlesbrough, who took the lead 10 minutes after half-time through a thumping header from Matt Clark. Cardiff not picking him up at a corner and paying the price. And the second goal with 8 minutes left, when it's gone down as an own goal from Aaron Ramsey. The ball ricocheting off the Cardiff captain. It's a big 2 weeks coming up for Cardiff. They have to find a formula to start winning games, but for Middlesbrough, their fans will head home off the back of 3 very well won points here in the Welsh capital.